Fun fact, it's easier to go live when your computer is actually on. Hello, 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 hello. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing? It's Friday. It is Friday. It is only 13 degrees in the garage. It's doing better than ever. It's actually doing kind of nice out. You know, I'm wearing a sweater and I'm still cold. There for now. Sweet. How's everyone doing today? Hello, 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 hello. What are we doing today? What are we doing today? Somebody tell me, what are we doing today? Go. Been working on other stuff behind the scenes, moving stuff, organizing stuff. It is what it is, what it is. Oh, lost that camera. Go over here. Back up here. Use the apron. No, the apron's bad. The apron doesn't keep you warm. It's the same reason you don't wear like tight-fitting clothes, because this is a sweater. It works by trapping air. If you wear a heavy apron over it, it'll compress it and you won't get the air trappage, which you kind of want. So, ranting about shipping services. Do you guys want one? I got it all cleared. I paid customs their money. It's all been cleared. They gave me some paperwork to give to FedEx to release my package. I emailed that to FedEx on Wednesday night, or Wednesday early afternoon. I emailed FedEx going, hey, this is what you need to release my package. It is now currently Friday at 11:07 a.m. And guess what hasn't moved? Guess what hasn't moved? Can you take a guess, class? Who can guess? Now remember, I've paid them the money they want. I've gotten the paperwork that they want, and I've given it to them, okay? So now, of course the package hasn't moved. Of course the package hasn't moved. Of course the package hasn't moved. Of course it hasn't moved. Why would the package move? You know, why would the multi-billion-dollar international shipping company actually do their job? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Why? So yeah, so today, what are we doing today? We're gonna play around with the P1P. I know. Two things. I'm getting everything kind of to the final-ish setup. I know where things are going finally out in the garage here. And part of that is I have a hole. So if you look at my shelf of things, we've got the Trident. That's gonna stay there. It's printing right now. Okay, Trident's gonna go there. The Rat Rig V-Core is gonna go inside. Okay, so this printer right here is gonna go inside the house. Simple. Because it takes up a lot of space, and what's gonna live there is actually Tallboy. So Tallboy is gonna go there, and that's gonna go inside. On the top shelf here, that's gonna stay, the X1. Toasty's gonna stay, but you see the Rook and the V0? I don't use them. I'm not using them at all. I left them out here just so I had small printers out here. My workflow, the way I do things, I'm not using them at all. So the plan is that's gonna stay, that's gonna move over there, so I'm gonna have a spot in the middle. So that means I need a printer that's not too big, but big, that'll fit there, and I'm like, well, we'll use the P1. So we've gotta enclose the P1. So to enclose the P1, I printed stuff. And we're just gonna fill around, and we're gonna do the most ghetto enclosing of a printer ever. Do I have custom firmware with the P1? No, the P1 is fully stock. And actually, we're gonna be updating it today because apparently they did the thing every other printer company's been able to do for the past half decade and made their printer quiet. So remember, kiddies, if you're ever in charge of a company, when you release a product, purposefully neuter it of a feature that is common elsewhere, so that at some point in the future, you could put a software update out that'll make your printer do what every other printer does, in this case, print quietly, and people will praise you for it. You know, you could have did that from day one, but you were cheap. So yeah. Did it make it that much quieter? I know. I mean, technically, my X1 is running the same, well, okay, it's running X1 Plus, but it's got the same harmonic thing to make it quieter. And it is quieter than stock. It's still the loudest printer I own, though. So what we have here is some prints, and this is something I never did with my P1. They actually, you know, because they left the enclosure of the printer on the factory floor in Shenzhen, they have these like printed panels that you can use to enclose it. So I actually went and printed them, and we'll see how it goes. And these were printed because I felt it fitting. These were printed on the X1. So if the prints look like poop, blame the X1. Do I own a rail core? No, I do not own a rail core, and rail core, as far as I know, is pretty much done. Last I heard, rail core is kind of like stop development. I know Daedalus, Project R3D, has pretty much taken, well, not taken over, but that printer design has kind of evolved into that, but that's a commercial machine. When will the Phoenix fly? Whenever it's done. I don't know why you're asking me that. If I knew, I couldn't tell you, and that's if I knew. It needs a full manual. It needs full set of instructions. It needs to be refined so that companies can start building kits. It's gonna be a bit. Is that Tico on? Yeah, it's on because it does a little light flashy thing. It's a background set piece. I think I have layer shifts in here. Oh. It's an enclosure. I'm gonna tape it all up anyways. Is it safe to sleep next to a 3D printer PETG enclosure? Sure, why not? I mean, have you slept in a house with carpets that are new? Those off gas. Now, granted, it's probably gonna suck to sleep next to a printer printing because it's gonna be loud and noisy. Personally, I don't keep printers in my bedroom simply for the loud and the noise part and the smell, but. And I'm being a good boy. I'm actually putting everything in the garbage. ASA, what about it? What do you mean, what about it? ABS, ASA, TP, like, are those safe? Depends. ABS has styrene in it, which you really don't want to be huffing continuously. Here's the thing, being in a room with a printer printing, let's be honest, is probably no worse to you than like cooking, right? When you cook stuff and you know, you cooking bacon and it smells delicious, yeah, that's chemical, that's off-gassing. Anytime you've ever been to a fire, anytime you walk by a car that's running or a truck that's running, there's gonna be bad stuff all the time. You're getting exposed to not great stuff all the time in your daily life. It's all about exposure limits. So the best way to protect yourself is limit your exposure. It's like bananas. Bananas have radiation in it, okay? If you were standing outside 3 Mile Island, during the whole 3 Mile Island incident in the US there, and you're standing at the front door of like the gate, and you ate 3 bananas, you exposed yourself to more radiation than anyone inside 3 Mile Island. As far as I remember. Don't quote me on that, but I remember that story. So it's all about exposure and limits. It's not so much that, yes, ABS fumes are toxic. We know ABS fumes are toxic, but in what amount over what period, and what is the rate and the risk. So it's all about minimalizing. So, but if you are printing ABS or ASA indoors, at least have your printer fully enclosed. Like, I know you technically can print some ABS and ASA open air, and I've done it. I'm sure you've done it. It's not uncommon to do, but you do kind of want to, you do want it enclosed, because let's be honest, if you were printing a non-stop ABS ASA open air in an enclosed room, you're gonna make a mess of things. You're gonna turn that room into like a room that somebody smokes in. You know how you go into a house that somebody smoked for a decade in, and all the ceilings like orange and the walls have like a residue on it? You're gonna get the same thing if you print a lot of ABS open air in a room. That'll happen eventually. It'll take a while, but I remember the day they came into our shop when I worked at the injection mold, or the plastic injection mold factory there, where we built molds, and we had a tryout facility. And as part of that tryout facility, we did tryout runs. So not high volume, but we did run tools. And then all of a sudden one day when we had the new owner, so like, we want to clean everything. So they went around and cleaned all the walls in the shop. They were yellow. I didn't know they were white. Because all just the buildup of the residue from all the injection molding, it just hung to the walls. It's disgusting. Disgusting. Yep, walls are cleaner behind the picture frames. I'll say this was, I printed these in, what is this? Polymaker Polylite ABS. And I will say it's actually kind of a nice ABS to work with. It cleans up really nice. Although, I got a lot of artifacting in these prints. A lot of artifacting in these prints. Today's the thick hoodie day. Yeah, I dug out my old my Canadian Rangers hoodie that I got in the Arctic because I'm cold. Is it teal? I think it's teal. I figured go for a bright color. Also, if you're wondering what's printing on the Trident, it's a Hydra. Because I dug out my other AMS, because I have 2. I dug out my beta one, and we're gonna do the Hydra mod on it, and hopefully I can pair the Hydra with this. I gotta find a cable though. I need to find the 6-pin cable. I found the 4-pin cable, but I gotta find the 6-pin cable so I can hook the AMS up to this. Because I would like to have both of them up there, because honestly, now that I've been using the AMS as rollover, that's kind of what I want to use this one for. The Twitter link? Okay, I'll update it. I forgot when I update Twitter, it updates all that. Okay, is everyone here by now? I think everyone's here by now. It's a nice, relaxing Friday. Okay, so hey, if you're here, this is your 1-week warning, okay? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, join the Discord. It is fun. We have chats there. But join the community Discord, because this month, and not every month, but on some months, and this is one of those months, we do community challenges. And we're doing one this month, and it's an easy one. It's simply, what was your favorite print of last year? AMS. Join the Discord, enter for your chance to win. You have the chance to win some Only Benchies merch. So the either a hat or a t-shirt off the Only Benchies store, which is my merch store. And then also you have the chance to win some Polymaker filament. All you got to do is post a picture of your favorite print or project from last year that involved 3D printing. All the rules and everything are in the video description, or on the Discord pinned in the contest channel. So just go enter and get a chance. has a new screen that control. Yeah, there is a screen that you can put on this. I don't have it. I'm sure I could probably reach out to Big Tree Tech and have them send me one, but I don't have one because let's be honest, I don't use screens on my computers that much or on my printers. I use web interfaces, which, you know, are nice to use. So this is my P1. In terms of what version it is, it's the pre-production one. It's whatever one they sent me. Which, let's be honest, the P1 is, oh shit, the X1 costs us too much money. How do we make this cheaper? And now we have the P1. So I've got some wires and I got a little dongle thing. If you're wondering why I have two AMSs, is because the first one they sent me broke. It was, you know, for all the just works, the AMS has gone through like 3 or 4 revisions. And the very early versions broke. So luckily the Hydra mod actually fixes the thing that breaks. So we're good there. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna enclose this somehow. Let me actually pull up the instructions for this. I believe there actually are instructions for this. It looks naked like this. I know, this is what happens when you design a printer and then Bob in logistics loses all the panels. So you sell it as the P1P and then eventually Bob finds the panels and then they sell it as the P1S. P1P printed enclosure. No, I don't want that one. Okay, I need to find the enclosure. Where is it? Ah, here we go. There we go. This is what we're doing. The armored mod plate. So they actually did send me like a custom one with the Nero 3D logo on it that I could have printed in multicolors. It's like this. Who hangs shit on the side of their printers? Like, considering how much your printer moves and makes noise, why are you hanging shit on the side of your printer? That I will never get. Also, I think I need a crap ton of M3/8s for this. So. Yeah. I will say, I've been checking out the Bamboo forum groups, or not forum groups, like subreddit and Discord a bit more and more lately. Somebody pointed out something to me, and now I'm paying attention to it, and now I'm watching it in real time, and I'm like, yep. And like, that makes a lot of sense now. That makes a lot of sense now. Would bolting a printer to a table improve its rigidity? It would. Yeah, that it would improve its rigidity, but it's also now bolted to a table. So your table has to be, you know, kind of rigid. That's the thing. So if your table is nice and secure, like your table's bolted to the wall or to the floor, or it just weighs 1,000,000 pounds, yeah, it probably would be advantageous to bolt it down. Oh, also today, the live stream today is only gonna be like 2 hours. I gotta finish at like 1. That's why we're doing a small little project today, is because I literally can't stream too late today. Got stuff going on. I know. Well, that screw is gone. Where'd you go? I missed you so. Feels like it's been forever since you've been gone. Where'd you go? Where did you go? Shit. Well, that screw is gone. Oh well. Found another screw though. That's always good. I mean, it's not like these are, you know, one-off shoulder bolts that I only have 2 of, and if I've lost one, then I'm kind of screwed. Oh wait, they are. Put you over there. Okay. So you go up there. I got filament in here I gotta get out. Dusty. Okay. What filament is that? This is, let me grab the actual box. It's Polymaker, Polylite ABS light blue. which by the way, you can win a spool of that yourself. If you don't want to buy it, which if you do want to buy it, link in the video description, affiliate link, doesn't cost you anything extra, go a long way in supporting the channel. But if you do want to buy it, or if you don't want to buy it, you can win it, because every stream we give away a spool of filament from Polymaker, and this is a stream. So we're giving away a spool of filament for Polymaker. So the link is in the video description to enter for your chance. Okay. Remove the highlighted screws. What highlighted screws? I can't see shit. There we go. Okay, so remove those two. Remove that, that. Okay, so I gotta remove some screws. Okay. Oop. Oh. Yeah, I got this cutting mat at Princess Auto, which is Canadian Harbor Freight, basically, and it's not actually attached to the top, so I got to be careful moving stuff around, or they'll fall. Okay, so I got to remove. Oh, it's the outer screws. It's the outer screws. Okay. Oh, it's always good when you see metal shavings come out when you undo a screw. How well it prints, it's my go-to. Yeah, honestly, Polymaker is pretty much my go-to now for filament. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say it's the best filament in the world, but it is very good, very consistent with a lot of colors and good options and good availability. Any update on the FedEx saga? I talked about it at the beginning of the stream, TLDR. I gave them everything they wanted to. I paid customs with my blood money to clear the package, and alas, poor York, I do not have my package yet. So, no printer for me yet. She had Harbor Freight in Canada. We have Princess Auto, which is pretty much the same thing, let's be honest. Like, it's all just cheap Chinese crap you can get for half the price if you just buy it direct from AliExpress. You know how many times I've gone into like Princess Auto to buy something, and then it's like, wait a minute, I don't need this right away. I pull up my phone, I pull up AliExpress, and I find the same thing that's on the shelf for like 10 bucks. When it's like 50 bucks on the shelf. Like, really? Really? Okay. So we've done that. And now we got to put these on. Okay. And then you screw them on. Okay. So. Okay. We're going to use black button head cap screws. Why button head cap screws instead of flatheads? Because I don't have flatheads. Put these in here. There we go. Aha. Also, for those that don't know, this we've already modded this printer already. It's actually running a Revo in it, so I do have to swap that out because I think we put like a 1.2 millimeter CHT Revo in there, or a high flow Revo. So we're gonna drop it back down to like a 0.4 regular flow. Is the X1 Plus firmware out? No. Joel just put a video out though about it, so go check out Joel's video because he just put a video out about it where he actually talked to the X1 Plus team. They Joshua and I can't remember. It's funny now I know their real names because I've been talking to them on Discord for the past little bit. But they did a video with Joel. So a little interview there talking about it and whatnot, and they're good folks. Start allowing X2 what? Are you talking about X Plus? Essentially, it looks like Bamboo's gonna put out a firmware version that is specifically for allowing you to install custom firmware. Who is spending $200 on a Stanley Cup? The same people that buy Supreme. The whole Stanley Cup thing is just, it's the same thing as Crocs. If you look it up, I watched a video on it. The guy who's in charge of Stanley marketing was the guy who was in charge of Crocs when he brought Crocs back. And they're doing the exact same thing, which is artificial scarcity limited drops. That's all it is. It's artificial scarcity limited drops. It's nothing fancy. They're doing the exact same tactic Supreme uses, the same tactic Crocs used to get back, because it's literally the same guy who's in charge of the marketing department. It's hilarious. Because like as soon as you see it, you're like, yep, okay, I get it now. And then this presses on the back. In there, okay. I don't know why it says press. There's nothing to press. It doesn't snap into anything. Oh well. Closing a P1P. Yep. I'm enclosing it. I've got a bunch of leftover Reflectex, and we're gonna ghetto enclose this and get it up on the shelf so I can actually print ABS on it. Because let's be honest, for a printer that costs several $100, it should be printing ABS. Do my side panels have my logo on them? Nope, they're just the bamboo ones. Do I only have one screw hole for this? They only tap one hole. Okay, whatever. Are these even tapped? They didn't tap the holes. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, it just says put this on and then press, but I don't have holes to screw it into. It doesn't snap at anything, and the holes don't line up. They're not drilled and tapped. Do I have an M3 tap in here? That is the question. That is the question. M832, or correction, 832. M4. .632. A lot of these are going to be standard. I don't think I have an M3 tap. 1032. Oh, that's a reamer. Any sheet metal screws? I don't, actually. I don't. Oh, here we go. Where are you? What are you? 832. No, I don't have an M3 tap. Oh, wait, maybe. I can't see. No, that's an 832 as well. Shoot. I have one downstairs, I believe. Oh. M3, there we go. Okay, I got one. Little. Luckily, this is really thin sheet metal. You know, this is not a starter tap. There we go. Just a little tap a tap tap. Yeah, that one's good. Yeah, they just, you know, straight up just forgot to tap a hole. You're banned the whole chat for saying happy birthday. What? You're not banned. You banned literally the whole chat for saying happy. That's kind of weird. It's not my birthday yet, so don't wish me happy birthday, but. Yep. Saying, hey, blacksmith house, wooden knife, people who make stuff as a job really make stuff for themselves. Yep. The, what is it? The blacksmith, the cobbler's children have no shoes or something like that is the saying. Go. Okay. Happy Friday then. I can work with that. Happy Friday. There we go. Okay, so we got these panels. So, okay, so, okay, so that goes like that. This goes like that. And then we got top parts. That look like this. Okay, there we go. That works. Okay, and now I need this guy, I think. See, what I could have done is I could have put a little bit of acetone in here. Wait, that ain't right. That ain't right. Yeah, that's that. That's that. Oh, here we go. Nope, that ain't. It's this guy. What? Wait, it's this guy. There we go, it's this guy. Okay. Apollo gifted 10 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. Thank you very much. There we go. Actually, is it snowing? I don't know if it's snowing. Okay, and now we got this side. That's a bit of a layer shift. Oh well, is what it is. Do you care? I don't care. I mean, I do care, but not enough to reprint it. Also, don't forget, so next week is, let me pull up my calendar here. Yep, next week will be the members only live stream. So don't forget, if you are a member of the channel or Patreon supporter, or you become a member or Patreon supporter, or you luck out and somebody gifts you one in the next couple days, next week will be the members only live stream. So every month we do a live stream that's just members and supporters of the channel. Yeah. So that will be next week. Okay. So be there or be square or something. Any chance you see a 3D Chameleon build and testing live stream? We did that with a previous version of the Chameleon. I have a Gen 2 Chameleon. I'll see. I'll reach out to Bill, see if he wants to sponsor a kit for a build series. We'll see. We shall see. Okay. This one. Yeah, this one. Okay. Right. There we go. And then the screws go in from the other side. Oh, okay. I gotta press this down. Chris, thank you for becoming a member. Cheers and appreciate it. Now these all screw into plastic, so obviously, you know, whenever you're screwing into plastic, be careful. Last thing you want to do is what did you print these on? I printed these on the X1 over there. Simply for the fact, honestly, that these are like 3MF files and they already had like specific slicer settings for them or something. So I'm like, they're meant to print on the bamboo, so I printed them on the bamboo. Although these are printed in ABS. Okay, those are gonna be fun. How do I get at these ones? Should I come in on this angle? Oh, I come in on that angle. Maker Viking, thank you for coming a member. Good evening, good evening. It's not evening, it's 11:40. Oop. Oh, that cracked. Any tips on tuning away a Z seam? You're gonna have to adjust the settings you're gonna look at are like your retractions, how long your retraction is, how fast your retraction is. You may be able to play with coasting. It has to do with those settings are what is the Z seam, because essentially you're either gonna over extrude or under extrude at the start or stop of a wall, and that start stop is what is your Z seam. In injection molding, we call it a knit line, because with injection molding, you flow in your plastic from various different drops, and at some point they're going to meet. And where they meet is actually, you see it in the part a lot of the time. It's called a knit line. Pressure advance tuning can help. Yep, pressure advance will help. Pressure advance will help. Why are you bent? You're bent. Where is my pliers? There we go. Unbend that. There we go. Get in your hole. You need to slide in the pan. I did slide it in. It is slid on. It's these screws on the front here that they're in a weird spot. I'm gonna need the twisty one. Normal Allen key. Where is normal Allen key? Normal Allen key, where'd you go? Normal Allen key, where'd you go? Oh wait, are you over here? Where did I put it? I fiddled with something with it and I don't know where I put it. It'll turn up. Did I drop it? It'll turn up. Probably wouldn't help. It'd be a little easier if the bed wasn't in the way. Get in your hole, you stupid thing. Come on. I'm spinning rope here. I'm spinning rope. Nope. Nope. Of course I've lost that Allen key. Is it under here? There it is. What mods am I must-have for Voron? None. There are no must-have mods for Voron in my opinion. Now, you know, if I was building a Voron new, I'd make sure I'd have things like tap on it, some LEDs for enclosure lighting. There are things I would want to put in my Voron, but in terms of things my Voron absolutely needs, oh, I see how these go. Okay, I gotta bend it. That's why these are bent incorrectly. There we go. There we go, okay. Gotta bend these like brackets out a little bit so stuff lines up. There we go. Yeah, come on. There we go. Good old LTT store screwdriver to the rescue. There we go. Linus, you said the bit wouldn't come off. Why is my bit coming off? Sourcing or just buying a kit for a Voron? Depending on where you live in the world, the most likely it makes more sense for you to buy a kit nowadays. Back in the day, it used to make a lot more sense to self-source, but that was like back when you used to be able to get free shipping from AliExpress. Those days are gone. So if you're building a Voron nowadays, in most areas it makes more sense, especially just because pay for shipping one box for shipping a couple dozen small boxes essentially. So shipping itself is going to eat up the biggest portion of your savings essentially. These use smaller screws. You bought a second LCC screwdriver. Why? Well, then again, I can't really say why. I have two. I've got two of these screwdrivers, so I got a big one and a little one. Am I getting the aftermarket LCD scratch screen? No. unless Big Tree Tech wants to send one to me. I'll be honest, I really don't care for screens on on printers too much. Basic screens, like, does the screen give you any more functionality, or it's just a nicer user interface? Because here, let's be honest, I run most of my printers remote anyways, so it's kind of like, oh wow, I've got, you know. That goes there. There we go. It's all Wi-Fi MQTT commands. I know. But does it give you any more functionality than the stock printer already has? Do I gotta tap another one? Really? Oh, I gotta take that screw out. It gives you a touchscreen for P1 series and you control up to 10 printers. Well, I've only got one printer. So that kind of is a mute selling point for me. I know you can control the printers remotely, but like I do that on my computer right here. So it's kind of like, if one shows up, if Big Tree Tech wants to send me one, yeah, I'll play around with it, but I'm not going to drop, what is it, like $100 probably? You have two? Yeah, but only one's a P1. The other one's an X1. Which one would work with it? Also, I don't know if it works with the X1 Plus firmware. What did I drop? I gotta stop dropping stuff down here. PX8, yeah, so I wouldn't be able to use it on this machine then. Isn't it a tab at the bottom? Yeah, I'll slide it in. There you go. There we go. Yeah, they go under the other. Yeah, it's under. Are these printed? Oh, these are printed. These are printed. Can you tell from them not lining up properly? go. Oh, shoot, that popped out. There we go. Oh, from the UK. Buongiorno. Okay, what the? The fact that I have to pull out the tap again, actually not a good sign. Oh. Helps if I take the screw out first. If you take the screw out, it allows you to put a screw in. So if you don't take the screw out, you can't put a screw in. So for those at home following along, I are dumb. Like, why does it just line up? This should line up. It should go right in. It's like, oh, there's a screw there. Oh. Oh, look how much easier that goes in, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Do you use for carbon fiber? Any of the printers that have a hardened nozzle in it, which is most of mine now. I could do it on the bamboo. I could do it on that V2. Toasty Boy probably would be my go-to though. Because Toasty, which is this, you can't see it, it's right here. There, you can see the door. There's the door of Toasty. It's all insulated. It's running a Revo high temp hot end with the hardened nozzle and everything. That is my super go-to for anything funky filament printer. Do you ever print with Polysmooth? No. If that's a PLA thing, for like a PLA that allows it to be smooth, then no. I don't really print a lot of PLA to begin with. Most of the big stuff I do is not PLA. Okay, so we put that on, and now put the panels on. So I think this just snaps on like that, and then I put 2 screws in it. They really didn't put these that deep. Oop, wrong camera. That doesn't want to. There's no tab. It should. I don't know why there isn't a tab to like have this hook under there. This. I guess it's just gonna be warped. It's okay. Okay, I can't use those. Those are too long. Come on. Kind of done companion cube panels. Why would I waste a ton of filament and make the printer bigger than it already is? Like, why would I make the printer bigger than it already is and waste a ton of filament just so it can look like a companion cube? Can I, like... You know what? Let's try something here. Let's try something here. What is, we'll do the rat rig. I want to see if I can flatten this panel. 1 second here. Printers. The rat rig. Yeah, I'm gonna put it flat on the bed of the rat rig with a weight in the middle, and I'm gonna heat the bed up to like 120 and let it come back to room temp. Nope, nope, not that. 110. We'll do 110. Open the door of the rat rig. Clean that off, clean that off. Cool. Put you there. I need a weight. I need a heavy weight I could put in the middle. That'll work. Actually, I need more weight. There we go. So I'm going to let that heat up, and we'll swap that, put that in after. But in the meantime, I got to get this powered up, and we got some firmware to update. So, if you want to know, here's what it looks like. You know, ooh, already cracked it. What is that light? Is that just, oh, that's just the light. Yeah, that's just the light. There you go. Every time I grab it, I feel it cracking. Okay, let's power this up. Let's get this firmware updated, because apparently I can make this quieter now. And if you're wondering how I'm going to enclose, you know, because this got a top hat, or this doesn't have a top hat, I've got all of this left. So this is just going to go whoop, and that's enclosed. Okay, so let's see. What do we got here? What do we got here? What do we got here? Your firmware is available. Update. So I'm on 1.4.1, I'm going to 1.5.1. Okay, update. Cool. It's been a while since I played with this printer. See Joel's video about the X1? Yes, yes I did. Yes I did. More quiet. I know they did. That's one of the reasons. I'm like, you know what? I don't really use this printer that much. I'm like, I should probably get it set up in my system here, like for my workflow. Just how am I going to enclose it? How am I going to enclose it? What I could do, I could just, you know, do this essentially. I might just end up doing that. Just do this and call it a day. That, I've got some silver electrical or some silver aluminum tape. Just, you know, plug up this hole, put one across the back, make a little tent for the top and call it a day. I might end up doing that. 421. We got 400 people here. Like the smash button. Don't forget, hey, we're giving away a spool of filament at the end of the stream here, which is going to be in a little under an hour. So if you want to win that filament, you got to go down to the video description to enter for your chance. Now, while you're down there, like, are you really just going to scroll right by the like button? Like, just like the smash button. Do the thing that the YouTubers tell you to do, and then because if you don't, that might affect your odds of winning. It might not. It probably won't. But now you're going to think about it. It's 3, right? Yeah, the answer is 3. The answer is 3. Let's see, did I get a message? No, package has not arrived. Hi. Sean, answer. Ooh, also, I don't normally announce these kind of things this early because I don't actually have the printer yet. Oh my goof. That is working like mad. What is going on here? You went the other way. I gotta put more weight on here. More weight! Are you a witch? No? Well, more weight! There we go. There we go. What was I talking about before? Oh. I gotta figure out how to clean out this nozzle. This nozzle is compromised. I gotta clean that nozzle out. Let's get this nozzle out. You're not hot, are you? No, good. Oh, you got filament in it. Shoot, I gotta wait for it. I gotta heat it up. How are you doing with the software update? Updated, cool. Let me get... Let's heat this up, get the filament out. Or actually, is there an unload button? Feeding. Feeding. Unload. There we go. So I've got a Revo in there, but it's like a, not the size Revo I really want to have in there. So we're just gonna put in a nice little, which one are you? Which one are you? Oh, you're 0.6. You're 0.6. Let me grab all my Revos that I got out here. That's a 0.4. That one's good to go. Yeah, let's put a 0.4 in it, call it a day. Anyone getting a ton of snow? I don't know. Let me check. You could tell my door shifted in the winter because I can't open the latches easily. It's not like I open it that much. Ugh. Yeah, we got some snow. Is it snowing though? No, but we do have. It's not packing snow though. Not packing snow, it's fluffy. I smell plastic. There we go. Okay, are you done? Cool. Now I gotta do all the new calibration. Calibrate. No, I don't. I know I don't have a micro SD card. Calibration. This may take about 26 minutes. Okay, whatever. Make sure it's sitting on the desk, nice and secure. There we go. Calibrate. That printer you're talking about, you don't have it. What about it? I don't have it yet. Buy my phone. How do I make my PC 64-bit? Oh God! Wait, he doesn't have a 64-bit PC. I think the last is he running like XP? You ever do any welding? Yes. What are my thoughts on welding frames? You can do that. I think it's personally a bit overkill for a 3D printer. It doesn't really make sense for the forces involved in 3D printing a fully welded frame. You're just asking for trouble with alignment. Yeah, Windows 7 has a 32-bit. Yeah, but why? Like, are you upgrading from XP to Windows 7 and your processor is that old you can't run 32-bit? Like, is he rocking a Pentium D? Does he got a Pentium D in there? Does he has Intel inside Pentium 4? Getting 5015 fans cheap shipped to us, destroyed it on my Prusa. If it's under warranty, see if Joe will send you a new one. But if it's not, I use GD Stein is like my go-to cheap fan that I use. Are GD Stein fans. That's what I use. I don't think I've ever greased those up, but considering it yells at you if you don't. He has 4. Okay, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna go buy him the cheapest ThinkPad you can find. Go find him a ThinkPad, put Arch Linux on it and call it a day. Or actually no, TurboTax probably wouldn't like that. What grease do I use? White lithium. Why? Because I got a giant tub of it and I use it for everything. I will say, it's kind of funny looking at this machine, because if you look at my, let me pull it up here, my X1, which I've been using for like 2 years now, over 2 years, how discolored it has become. Let me pull it up here. Device. No, I'm not on that device. Where is X1? There we go. Devices. Yeah. Yeah, like how discolored that like it's getting. Here, watch. Get a light. Like, you can see how discolored it's getting, and then you have the fan shroud is also getting all discolored. Yeah, here. There's the fan shroud. You can see it getting discolored. And then the little arm, that's also getting discolored. Like, it's getting discolored. The plastic's getting discolored from the, I'm assuming a lot of it is the fumes. Also, don't forget, I did do some semi-destructive testing back when we had the issue with the thermal runaway, where I did test to see if, hey, if you just leave the heater hanging in there and it touches something, will it catch fire? And it doesn't, luckily. But that may have caused some off-gassing. What is this for? Oh. Printing, that's pretty much all that machine does is print ABS and ASA. But I gotta make room on the shelf for all this. How's that doing? That's at 110. Let that cook a little bit longer. Similar to build up Enclosure. Probably, I did clean all the panels on here the other day, and it was pretty disgusting in here. I do wipe down the rod every now and then when it yells at me too. I really don't like putting carbon fiber rods in printers. I think it's a really dumb thing to do on workhorse machines because it will impact the lifespan of your machine. And yeah, but it is what it is. I like to wear down rods. Yeah, I like to make sure they're nice and shiny. And sometimes I lube them up in the process too. How's that coming along? That's coming along. Oh yeah, I forgot we had like I'm looking at the nozzle. I forgot we have a 1.2 millimeter nozzle in there right now. Yeah, we're gonna swap that out. Carbon fiber rail dust. Well, on the X1 they use brass bushings, which apparently they've changed to aluminum bushings now. And the X rods are carbon fiber. On this one, I think they're carbon fiber too, but I think on the P1S they've moved to steel. Is the X rod on the P1S still carbon fiber? This one's carbon fiber. This P1P is carbon fiber too. But it's stupid because it's a consumable. It will eventually wear out. What does TMC auto-tune do? It auto-tunes your TMCs. I probably shouldn't touch it while it's doing all that. Oh, it's still carbon on the P1S? Okay, that's good. At least it's consistent. Personally, I would rather see steel though. I'd rather my printer, you know, it doesn't matter if you save 5 minutes of print if the printer dies on you. And I'd rather not have, you know, my motion system have, you know, stuff prone to wear. I just don't like it. You guys know me, I tune for reliability, and carbon fiber rods degrade. They will eventually degrade. The fact that the printer yells at you to clean them. If you gotta clean them, obviously something's breaking down. So. Oh. Hey, who could have thought? Anchormate has canceled the V6 color engine. Oh, it's backers only. The hardware is there. It's not hard to make an AMS type system. I guarantee you they didn't sell as many printers as they thought, and they didn't want to invest. That's what I'm thinking. Considering the previous post before this is showing off the color engine and another thing on the color engine, but nothing since, you know, December. How much you want to bet they sat down in the office like, okay, we're ready to make this a thing. Oh wait, no, we're not going to sell enough to make it worth it. Is it a Kickstarter? I don't know. I hate this whole, you know, Anchor is using Kickstarter. It's stupid, but you know, you guys keep supporting them on Kickstarter and throwing money at them. So, you know, why wouldn't you, you know, take free money from people? Stop backing Kickstarters. Stop it. It's just free money for the company. Oh, that's cool. I fixed it on printables. Oh, making noises. It's an encabulator. Heck yeah. Okay, I gotta download that. For a number of months, we've been working on perfecting the crudely conceived idea of a repair device that would not only supply inverse reactive current for use with unilateral phase detractors, but can also be capable of automatically synchronizing cardinal grammometers. This product we're calling the repair encabulator. Finally, it's about time. I've been waiting on this. Heck yeah. It's about time. No, it's a repair encabulator, not the turbo encabulator. Turbo encabulator is for automotive use. It would go with your plumbus. The plumbus is outdated, let's be honest. Oh, another day, another person going, ooh, text, oh, disembodied head looking, pointing at things make me not want to, oh my God, Facebook. Or Twitter. Frickin' Twitter. How do you make a plumbus? There's a video online on how to do it. It's not hard. What is an encabulator? It's an encabulator. It encabulates. I want to get the first. I know that's the thing. It's like it's the Orange Storm Giga. It's the machine is going to cost you what you're paying for it to ship it. And they're like, oh yeah, shipping will be like 120 bucks. No, no, for that machine that size, no way, it's 120 bucks. I know Chinese companies can get by with dirt cheap shipping because you know China has a space program and a space station. They're still a developing country. I'm sorry. The moment you put a person in space, you no longer get to call yourself a developing country. I'm sorry. It don't work that way. Civ rules. Okay, civ rules. The moment you put people in space, that you're a modern country. Can't say you're developing. But China gets dirt cheap shipping, and even then, it's gonna cost more than 125 bucks to ship that thing. But everyone's like, oh my God, it's a giant printer for $1,000 bucks, Kickstarter, and so they throw money at it. You know, nobody has the unit. There's only one of them, as far as I could tell, and they drag it to all the trade shows. Nobody else has a review unit. I don't know. I find myself more hesitant to throw money at things off of just a render, but we'll see. Any tips for PETG Wharton 230? 255, 75 to 80. What are you doing? Is this part of that motor thing to make it quiet? I'm assuming that's what this is. Yeah, because it's only moving one motor. Also, I got a nice bit of belt dust already building up on this. Be nice if I could easily replace the bearings on it, but that ain't gonna happen. So this is the noise canceling test. Cool. Now we'll let it do its thing. Does anyone remember where I put my HDMI cable? Oh, it's right over here. I got it down there. I have no business using Kickstarter. No, but here's the thing. Y'all keep giving them money for free, so why would they stop? Y'all keep giving them money for free. Literally, that's all Kickstarter is. It's an interest-free loan. They're like, hey, we have a product. You're going to be able to buy it at some point, but instead of buying it at some point, just give us the money now, interest-free, and we might give you the product in the future. Kickstarter don't care because they're making money. Company don't care because they're making money. Is there a mic in the device? No, it measures vibrations or something. I don't know. Because here's the thing. We don't know exactly what the hardware on this. I'm assuming it has an accelerometer of some sort built into the tool head. I don't know exactly what though. Also, I love, this thing doesn't have a lot of use on it, and my belts are already getting destroyed. You can see the belts are already getting frayed up. And this machine does not have a ton of use. I'll be honest, this machine probably has 200 to 300 hours of print time at most. Because I didn't use it a lot because it's not enclosed. Got a second query. Can Prusa be whole placed in an enclosure? Heard from another channel, it's not a thing now. What? Yeah, literally I printed, what did I print? Oh, this guy. All the parts for my VZ-Bot, or correction, yeah, my VZ-Bot were printed on a Prusa Mark IV. I think, was it Mark IV? Yeah, I printed all those on a Prusa Mark IV. Literally sitting inside my Voron. Sitting in Solid Tallboy, I think. Yeah. So yeah, you can put a Printin in an enclosure. It'll be fine. You don't want to put it in too hot of an enclosure though, because you're going to melt the PETG parts after a while. M3D crane multicolor. That was a Kickstarter that never shipped. Yeah, that's the thing. Don't do Kickstarters, guys. Kickstarters are just too at risk. Now, there's a difference when it's like a mom and pop small company and they are legitimately trying to get funding to bring their thing to market, okay? At that point, if you want to do Kickstarter, be aware it's a gamble. Be fully prepared that if you donate money to a Kickstarter, it's a donation until you get the product. You cannot get the product. So you could drop $1,000, hope for the best, and if you don't get it, you don't get it. It is what it is. Yeah. Love that you still the VZBot and Rat Rig, even though I'm building. I know. And they're different colors too. The Rat Rig's right there and it's green. The VZBot's right here and it's purple. That's also one of the reasons I'm putting them in separate rooms. So this will be the VZBot garage and the Rat Rig basement. How's this printing? Oh, that's printing good. Yeah, I got one panel in the oven. Hopefully it works. It worked before. You guys remember that video I did on the keyboard? The little 45% keyboard I made that I don't use because it's a 45% keyboard. When I got those prints from, I think it was JLC PCB or PCB, one of them sponsored, I can't remember which one. The frame or the enclosure for like the keyboard body was SLS printed and it warped. So what I had to do is it tacoed on me essentially, which they warned me it would happen because of the geometry. And I'm like, send it. So what I did was I just put it in one of my Vorons with some weight on it. And I just heated up the printer to like 120 and I just let it sit for like 6 hours and then I just let it slowly come back to room temperature and it was fine. So without a number pad. My main computer upstairs has a number pad. I've got one of those clicky 96 something, 96% I think it's called layout. I like it. How long does this take to do? I'm not gonna make that joke. 75%. The recommendation for Prusa enclosure is to move the power supply outside the enclosure. That makes a bit of sense. That makes a bit of sense. Who wants first iteration of anything? Exactly. Like apparently, so the K1s, the Creality K1s, apparently the ones now are okay. The first few versions of, like, I remember the one they dragged to the trade show to Rapid last year, the fact that there were Dremel marks on it, because they literally had to take a Dremel to clear parts to make it function, just told me a lot. They rushed that thing to market so quickly. But apparently they're doing pretty good now. In fact, I may have a K1C on the way. So we'll play with that at some point. But yeah. Buying a Mark IV and building it with ASA to not worry about it. There you go. But it's still all stock. At some point I may change it, but for now it's stock. So K1 Max has been working pretty good. That's good. Yeah, I've got a, they reached out, they're like, hey, do you want to, fiddle around with it? And fun fact, if you send me something and there's no, if I didn't ask for it, you just send me an email with all kinds of docs and stuff and requests, it's public, I could talk about it, because I haven't signed no agreement. But yeah, no, they reached out like, hey, you want a K1? I'm like, yeah, cool. They're like, cool, we'll send it to you. You should get it in 2 weeks. So if you're wondering about, shilling, it's literally 2 emails. It's, hey, do you want a K1? Me going, yes, what do you need? They're like, hey, you need to make a video on it. I'm like, cool, here's my address. They're like, cool, it'll be there in 2 weeks. That's literally the discussion. That's the kind of discussion that happens. So there is no contracts. I don't think I've ever signed a contract with any company ever for sponsorships or for like a printer. It's like, hey, do you want it? Yeah, okay, what's your shipping address? Figured out an AMS competitor. Let's be honest, it's not hard to make an AMS competitor. You can build one using off-the-shelf parts. It's easy. It's just nobody does it. Even the AMS, what it is, All it is a little feeder that just moves filament from the top to the bottom, and then it just takes over. The ERCFA does the same thing. The MMU does the same thing. All it does is take the action of loading and unloading and makes it automatic. There's a ton of different ways to go about it. It's just making it reliable is the problem. And the problem is a lot of that reliability has to do with the printer, not the AMS system. The big advantage of the AMS, in my opinion, is the fact that it spools, that it automatically respools the filament. Although the downside of that is you have issues of compatibility with spool types. There is no perfect system for multicolor or multi-material. There is no perfect. Everything has a pro and a con. So. I think what happens is when you open the box, you abide by the TOS. No, it doesn't work that way. Here's the thing, you cannot sign away your rights. Okay, and here's the thing, correction. It depends on the country. So in a lot of countries, and I'm pretty sure this is true in the US, which is, well, we're gonna use the US as reference because that's where most of you live. You can't sign away your rights. So if you have the right to something, you cannot sign away your right to something. So if you're supposed to have a warranty for something, you can't sign away that right, as far as I'm aware. Also, warranty void if seal remove stickers are not valid. So it's going to be really interesting with Bamboo going, oh, hey, if you want to install custom firmware, you void all your warranties. When that doesn't fly in a lot of jurisdictions. And it'll be very interesting if somebody actually tries to take them to court over that. Because, let's be honest, it's going to be really dumb for them to deny a warranty claim for like, hey, my bed broke. The thermistor in my bed failed. Or I got a broken wire. Well, you installed custom firmware. Yeah, but that does nothing with how the function of the printer is. It just makes the printer move. And your construction of it failed. So it's gonna be really interesting. Finish. Okay, so that's done. I'm assuming Z. Oh, I gotta home it. Home. I just bought a Pi 4 4GB for 80 to get scammed. I don't know. You can buy Pis in stock at most retailers now, so I don't know why you're asking me if you got scammed. Also, 80 bucks, is that 80 American, 80 Canadian? I'm Canadian, so I have no idea. Do I heat this room? Yes, it is currently 15 degrees Celsius out here. It's actually kind of nice for once. Okay, so let's, no. Isn't it so nice that you can't just go G1 Z200? You have to sit here and do this. Like a frickin' Neanderthal? No, go down more. There we go. Hopefully you're not hot. Are you hot? No. Hello from cold ass Sweden. Hello there. What is 15C? It's a temperature. Is whatever DJI uses in the drone. That would make sense considering pretty much everything in this machine is whatever DJI uses in their drones. When Bamboo was designing this machine, they literally just went into a DJI warehouse and rated the parts bin for half the components, let's be honest. There's a reason they use Spintrol MCUs. Because, you know, you use what you know. Not knocking them for it, it's just you use what you know, and they know Spintrol MCUs. Because surprise, surprise, they're all ex-DJI guys. Which somebody needs to make that chart. You know that chart that has like all the big American companies, and it's like really it's like 6 companies own like 80% of companies in the US or something like that, and you get this big chart. Somebody needs to make a chart of Chinese companies that have founders or senior leaders that are ex-DJI, because they're everywhere. EcoFlow. I started seeing ads for EcoFlow paired with Bamboo. Matter Hacker sells them. So EcoFlow, they make the batteries. Nothing against them. Don't take what I'm saying as a negative. It's just, it's funny once you start to notice it. Guess where the founder of EcoFlow used to work. Guess where the founder of EcoFlow used to work? The company that now does a battery deal with Bamboo. You'll never guess. You'll never guess where the founder of EcoFlow used to work as an engineer. Guess. How's that? That's at 48. McDonald's? Maybe. 3D, no. It's DJI. They all worked at DJI. Everyone worked at DJI at one point. That's how they all know each other. They all worked at DJI. Yeah, the founder of EcoFlow worked at DJI. They all know each other. They all know each other. They probably all have the same founders and the same venture capital funds coming in. It's all connected. Got my tinfoil hat on. It's all connected. But I mean, like, that's like saying how many companies are founded by Harvard graduates. Like, it's not a thing to think. It's just as soon as you notice it, it's like, oh yeah, they all worked at DJI at one point. Which tells you, is DJI that good, or is DJI that bad that everyone jumps ship to go found their own things? Yeah. Oh, no, nothing against EcoFlow. I've been seeing a lot of good things about them. I would love to get my hands on one of those giant battery banks just to play with. I'm not going to buy one because I don't actually have a use for one, but I would love to get my hands on one. And considering I'm looking at buying a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 for Rocky Mountain because I'm so fed up with the GoPro, I've got nothing against DJI, obviously, in that way too. Or is DJI that big? I don't know. DJI is really big. So. Yeah, spinning off new companies and putting trust in employee charge. Apulo, I'm not wearing my tinfoil hat, but do you think it's DJI or the people who control DJI? It's all the same umbrella company. It's all one big company. Require cloud login to use the product side. That's one thing I'm not looking forward to. The thing is, though, it's like either you deal with it or you don't. It's super annoying, and I really don't like cloud services. I don't like apps. I hate apps. I hate apps. I hate the fact everything needs an app now. It's so annoying. Oh, here we go. God damn it. Okay, so apparently my package, FedEx is ready to take it, but they haven't heard anything from customs. DJI turtles all the way down. Anyone using DJI's way? Yeah, that's my mic. When I film videos and when I film at events, I use the DJI mics. They're great. They're great. I love them. My cousin got a toothbrush that uses an app. Oh God. You know what's annoying? Cars. Okay, one, I don't want to drive an iPhone. I hate how like connected cars are now. Don't get me wrong, you know, it's nice having Android Auto and all that. But the fact that if a car throws an error, my wife's car, right? It's an Escape, it's an Escape. If it throws an error, it's got a touchscreen, it's got monitors, it's got screens, it's got connection to the cell phone network, yet it can't tell you what the error is. You still have to go to a dealership or a mechanic to plug in a freaking code reader to display what is wrong with the car. You can't just go into the menu and just have it tell you what the code is. You know the car has a freaking computer built into it that knows something's wrong. It can't just go, oh hey, your crankcase temperature sensor is out faulty. You have to go pay somebody to plug or buy something to plug into your stupid ODB 2 port or whatever it's called. You know you got a full touchscreen on your on your car. I know they can't make money if they just tell you. Why lube bamboo lead screws with button others? Because if you don't, the machine will yell at you and it's annoying. But otherwise, I don't usually lube my lead screws. I put a very light coat of oil on or grease on my lead screws, usually when I build the printer, and then I leave it. You usually don't have to lube your lead screws. It's not like they're binding. If they're binding, something's wrong. Okay, so that's that. What temperature is that? 42 degrees? I'll let it drop down a bit more. Here, let me take the door off. That'll help it cool down. Let that cool down. We'll put the panel on. Let me put the greatest spool holder in the world on. And then you guys want to print something? Get something printing. I don't know what we're gonna print, but we'll print something. Joel didn't lube his. Did he do something with the printer in the video today? Or did he just play with it? I seen him put the firmware on it, but he already had that machine. I don't think that was a freshly unboxed machine. Unless it's a Tesla, I know. And here's the thing, I ain't buying a Tesla. I will never buy a Tesla. So, ERCFA V2 parts. I probably should start printing those at some point. I don't have the kit yet, and I'm not gonna start printing stuff until I know the kit has shipped. Because I'll be honest, I'm not gonna say who, but I have printed a full set of parts for a build I was gonna do, and then it never showed up. So I wasted like 2 kilograms of filament printing parts for something that I never ended up using. So I wait until I know for sure something's shipping before I start printing parts for it. Also, especially with early revisions of stuff, I don't wanna go through the whole hassle of printing everything and then having to update parts. Because, oh, I printed everything and a month later, I go to build and, oh, a bunch of these are out of date. Video on the X1 Plus. Yeah, Joel just did a video on the X1 Plus update. I don't know if I'll actually do a dedicated X1 Plus video once it's fully out. I might, but like I'm not a huge fan of talking head videos. And there's really, you know, this is how you install the firmware. It's literally 2 things. It's installing the firmware, at least when I did it, was easier than hacking my Nintendo 3DS. And if you know how to hack a Nintendo 3DS, it's easy. I mean, here, watch. You ready to see something funny? Okay, let me pull this up. Let me pull this up. Oh heck yeah, Nighthawk's on the way. Where is it? See, there you are. Let me find the link here. Like here, you want to see something that I absolutely love that I can do? Where is the link? Okay, there's that. Let me download this file quickly. Log in. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. So I already have X1 Plus installed on my printer, obviously, right? Like I've already got the X1 Plus firmware installed on my Bamboo. Okay, that's downloaded. Cool. You want to see how you update the firmware? You ready? Cool. Watch. Okay, printer's on. Okay, cool. Printer's on. Printer's off. I pull the SD card. I take my SD card. I put it in my SD card reader. I plug it in to my computer. I gotta move that USB port so I can actually read it. Okay. So I take that, delete that, delete that. So that's the old firmware. Here's the new one I downloaded. I downloaded twice, cool, whatever. Put that there, cool. Take that out. Take that, plug that into the printer. Turn on the printer. Wait a second, I'm gonna get a little pop-up screen. Startup options, install firmware, update. Yes, cool. I'm now updating the firmware on my Bamboo remotely without having to connect it to the internet. Heck yeah. Oh. Why are you being a bitch? Yes. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's updating the firmware. So. The bamboo is doing its own thing. I don't know why the bamboo is doing its own thing, but it's doing its own thing. Okay, let's see. Did I fix this or is it still bowed? It's not as bad as it was. Yeah, it's still bowed. Oh well, whatever. Make it work. I'm compressing base firmware, sweet. Turn this off. That ain't gonna work, shoot. Well, here's the funny thing. Are you ready? In terms of voiding warranty, you know how the whole, oh, if you install custom firmware, you void your warranty. I haven't signed no thing. I haven't signed anything. Okay, so this part's gonna suck. I gotta move this thing so I can screw in the screw, but it's taped in place. I'm gonna try and like, there we go. There we go. Whatever, good enough. Voila, le bamboo. How much time we got? We got 15 minutes. Probably agreed to some legal dubious end user agreement. Those never hold up in court, let's be honest. Okay, what do we got here? We got mystery PETG. Is that what we're gonna print with? Or no, I got ABS or PLA, good. Just wanna make sure this works. I just wanna see how quiet it is. That's all I wanna see. I just wanna see how quiet it is. So let's load some filament. I just want to see how quiet it is with the new firmware. Oh, I don't have a micro SD card in this. I should probably put a micro SD card in this. Sure, we'll use this guy. Do I know if anything's on this guy? Probably not, but whatever. You have an micro SD card. I hope I put it in the right way. There we go, okay. Wow, that took a minute for it to realize what it was doing. Boot.bin. Oh, well, okay, cool. Feeding, load. Muscular mushroom man? No, I've been seeing too many people printing them and having to blur them, so. Repair, let's see. So we have a P1P, where is the P1P? I know it. Okay, P1P, add remove printer. Where is Bamboo Lab? P1P. We have a 0.4 in there. And I gotta add it then. There we go. Textured plate. I don't know why it has all these. There is no AMS. Bamboo Lab, PLA Basic, cool. We're gonna print the damn boat. Default settings. Cool. 44 minutes. Fastest printer in the world, right? Fastest printer in the world. Why is that so slow? 21 millimeters cubed a second. 65, 220. Yeah, I thought this was supposed to be fast. Oh well, it's not a speed benchy. Printer is busy with another job. What is it busy with? What do you mean busy with another job? You ain't doing anything. Done. Refresh. What do you mean it's busy with another? It's not busy with another job. It ain't doing shit. Why are you moving all of a sudden? Oh, now you're good to go. Okay, send. Sending job through the cloud because this one's connected to the internet. So you've got 9 minutes to enter for the spool of Polymaker filament we're gonna give away at the end of stream. Oh, hey, that finished. Reboot. Why are you going all the way to the bottom? Now you're going to the top. What's your opinion on Bamboo releasing firmware that causes issues with many printers and then getting no response from Bamboo? Have you seen? Well, what issue? Are you talking about the 7.1 update that had issues for some people and then they just happened to pull previous version, you know, being able to revert because X1 Plus and they freaked out? Like, and then getting over. We know Bamboo. Here's the thing. Are you ready? Bamboo shot themselves in the foot because go spend some time on the Bamboo subreddit, the Bamboo Discord, or any other Bamboo group. Look at the questions people post. People are reaching out to Bamboo support because they have clogs. People are reaching out to Bamboo support because the filament isn't printing the way they think it wants to. You make a printer for the masses, just the masses are dumb. Let's be honest. There's so much knowledge in 3D printing that you kind of just need to know, that you learn over time how to clear nogs, how to clear jams, clogs, how to deal with filament kinking, how to deal with, you know, print quality issues, what settings affect what on a print. If you're printing something that has a certain geometry, you should probably print it in these like, there is so much random little tidbits of knowledge that you kind of pick up doing 3D printing stuff over the years, and then a machine comes out that it just works. The biggest mistake they ever did was marketing this machine as it just works, because now people expect it to just work. And guess what? 3D printers don't just work. You guys watch me. You see how many times I got to fiddle with all my machines when they're printing, even the Bamboo, especially the AMS. The filament gets a little dry and breaks in there, you're taking the whole thing apart. But now their support is swamped because they sold the machine for the masses, and the masses suck at 3D printing. No offense, but you know what I mean. So you come out with the Babby's first 3D printer, and you got to deal with all the Babbies. Explain to me like I'm an iPhone user. Yeah, ever since the iPhone came out, the internet has sucked, because now people that never used to be able to figure out how to use the internet on a computer use an app on their phone. And they make sure you know their opinion. Twitter sucks. PC low letter. They are. 3D printing is not an exact science. It's an imperfect science. There's a lot of little random... I still use a Super Slicer profile from like 2 years ago. Why? Because I know it works. Like, there's so much random little tribal knowledge tidbits in 3D printing. It's ridiculous. And then you try to get into 3D printing and completely, you know, oh no, printer just works, and you're screwed. Made money, right? Oh yeah, they're making money. I don't know what their margins are, considering how much they're having to cost down the A series to get it profitable, but we'll see. Yeah. Go watch the Men in Black clip. Where Jay or Kay is talking to Jay, or Jay is talking, I can't remember which one's which. And he's like, why don't we just tell people that aliens exist? It's like, you're smart. You handle it well. A person is smart. People are dumb, stupid, and panicky though. So. What are the settings in Orca for better seams? I have 1% gap because I don't know. I run default settings. You may have to adjust your retractions. You might be either retracting too much at the end and sucking filament up, which will cause you to under extrude at the end of the line, or you might be starting with like too much. Like you might have too much when you start it and it refeeds. It depends. But usually that line is meant from starting and stopping your outer wall, and settings that affect your start and stop of outer wall are what you're gonna have to play with. Drop the well, I can't show it, Spice King, because I'm streaming on YouTube, and you know, I do like making money. I do have a mortgage that I do enjoy being able to pay. So I'm not gonna go show a clip from a movie on my live stream. This ain't Twitch. This isn't Twitch. Twitch, you can get away with that shit. And yes, I know I haven't been streaming on Twitch much. I've just been busy in mornings lately. So hopefully soon I can get back to that. Got to finish that Baldur's Gate playthrough. Okay, hey, the printer is back online. Do I get any new things? Because it's been a while since I've updated print options. Internal utilities. So we are on land plus shield. So if you don't know, the X1 has shield mode. So X1 plus shield mode is an enhancement to land mode that uses IP tables to block outbound connections from the printer. You'll still be able to connect to it versus FTP and MQTT, which is basically connect to it through your network at home. But the printer will not be able to download toolhead firmware. Enabling shield mode requires restarting your printer. So you can basically, with the X1 Plus firmware, tell your printer that it can never talk to the internet ever again. Obviously, you could turn it off, but you can basically tell the printer, like, never send anything outbound to the internet if you're that worried. So Grant would like that. I'm on 1.7.2 version of the firmware. Nice. I have a screen lock on it, so you can set it to like after like 5 minutes that the screen will turn off, and if you turn the screen back on, you have to put in a pin to unlock the screen. So if you got kids in the house, you kind of want that, or your printer's at a trade show, you don't want people touching the screen. That's why, like, if you go to the Voron booth at a trade show, we usually don't have the screens plugged in, or we don't have the firmware enabled. So that way you don't have to worry about people, you know, messing up the printer. You can now lock the screen. What else? There's a whole bunch of stuff that's new. Ooh, printers. Oh yeah, they added new stuff. Printer calibration, lead screw, rod clearance. Oh, that's all that. Oh, I can remap the button. Heck yeah. I can remap my buttons. So screen lock, reboot, abort print, pause print is what it defaults to. I could turn on and off the toolhead LED. That's cool. That's cool. And I could change the background, but I haven't done that yet. Can we crowdsource your mortgage? I mean, technically you guys already kind of do. I mean, technically you guys already are kind of crowdsourcing the mortgage, because I'm the one who pays the mortgage in the household. The bills come out of my account. So technically you guys are already crowdsourcing my mortgage. So thank you. I have no idea. Here's the thing with, like, even if Prusa was on the list, like, their machines are easily air gapped. I mean, a Mark IV, you can literally pull the Wi-Fi chip off of it and not plug in an Ethernet cable and you're air gapped. Okay, we got to do a giveaway here. But I know nothing about security and all that stuff, so in terms of like, oh, there's a security, I'm like, I have no idea what that means. I have no idea what that means. And also, once it's reported, usually it's fixed, right? Who is the layer 3D? Oh, I have, yeah. Oh shoot, I have it set for top chat, live chat. Sorry, I probably missed some of your chat, I'm sorry. It was set for live chat, not top chat, or top chat, not live chat. Okay, let's copy all these names over. So if you did not enter, you'll have another chance on tomorrow. What are we gonna do tomorrow? I don't know yet. We might enclose the VZBot. We might start enclosing the VZBot tomorrow. We'll see. I think that's what we'll do. Because I've got a bunch of stuff shipping. We're gonna be eating good for content for a bit. I've got Nighthawk is on the way, so that will be in the LDO V2. We'll be converting that to Nighthawk and Leviathan. We got it fixed. V226 is throwing errors, and I don't know what. I'm getting thermal runaway errors, and I can't find a broken wire. I don't know if it's the spider. It might be the spider. I'm a little worried. We'll see. But I got to play around with that to do some troubleshooting at some point. So we're going to have content for a bit. Okay, let's paste these. How's the Kraken doing? Tuesdays. Tuesdays is Kraken days. I need a number between 4 and 9. Why 4 and 9? I don't know. But I need a number between 4 and 9. 9. That works. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, I actually don't know. We don't have the line. By the way, if you're wondering where that line is that's always on here, it's because the colors are like 4 or 5 colors, and then if it's not an even number, it will have that odd color. Adchus 42. I dyslexic today. Adchus. How do you pronounce that? How are you supposed to pronounce that? Adchus 42. Congratulations, Adchus 42. You will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. So congratulations, everyone. Golf claps in chat. Golf claps in chat. So it's printing and it is quieter. It's also kind of slow. How do I make go faster? Where is the speed setting? Oh, there we go, speed. Ludicrous mode. Now this is I think it's a Revo. It's a standard Revo in there. It's not even a high flow Revo in there, so we'll see how it goes. But I just want to hear the noise, and it is quieter. It's been a while since we printed with the P1, but it is quieter. And look at the spool spin. You see the spool spin. Look at it go. Okay, cool. So it is quieter, so we're good there. This is gonna go up on the shelf. We might start tomorrow's stream with some organizing, we'll see. But this is gonna go up on the shelf. I do need to finish enclosing it. We might fiddle with that tomorrow too. I'm literally, to enclose this printer, we're literally just gonna go, eh. Like, this'll work. This literally will work. We're just gonna enclose the printer like this. And then for the side panels, I'm just gonna cut squares and tape them on. And then for the door, I don't know. We'll figure out the door later. I might have a piece of plexi I can cut, and then I'll just glue on some magnets, and we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But we're gonna call it there because wifey's got to go to work, and I got to watch the little guy because it's a PA day today, or PD day. When I was a kid, it was a PA day. Now they're PD days. They changed it. I don't like that. But yeah, so we're gonna call it there. So shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Link for them and more in the video description. Also, while you're down there, don't forget to check out the other links down there. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra, go a long way in supporting the channel. And shout out to those that donated to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself. I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create, without your continued support. You make it all possible. Also, I'm going to start doing this because I did notice a bump in video views. Let's see. Can I do this? Edit. Customization, redirects, add a redirect. Nope. Let me see if I can do that. 3D chameleon? Really? Really? Okay. Well, I thought I would be able to redirect you into one of my videos, but I can't, so I'm just gonna spam the link here. Go watch that. That's yesterday's video with 3D Chameleon with Bill from Smurf. And it's the last Smurf video I'll be putting out. So yeah, so we're calling it there. I'm gonna go make some lunch because I'm hungry. Tomorrow we'll carry on with some more faffing about out here tomorrow night. And then, yeah. So also shout out to Bamboo. They sent me this printer like whenever this came out, so whatever. Thank you for the content today. So yeah, calling it there. I'm gonna go make some lunch. It is Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. If you get in snow, be safe on the roads. And I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.